Hello everyone, welcome to the 200 subscriber special. Now, you may be asking why the 200 subscriber special is roughly 3 months late. Don't worry about it. Man, it just took a while. Are there any specific content creators that inspired you to start your channel? If so, who and how? Not really, to be honest. I've been watching so many content creators over the years. There's no real one that particularly inspired me to create content as a whole. I more just kind of watched YouTubers and decided, hey, I want to do that. And so I just kind of decided to iterate and put my own spin on content I already saw. Realistically, if I were to mention every content creator I've ever watched and explain how they influenced how I make content, I would be here all day. What inspired you to make content? Also, when is Rush coming? Oh my freaking... What inspired me to make content was looking at other people making cool, interesting, and funny stuff on YouTube and just thinking, huh, well, even if I can't make a career out of this, it still looks fun to make, so heck, I'll give it a try. And in regards to your second comment, soon. It is coming out soon. Heck, by the time this video actually makes it out, it might already be out, so, I mean, you know, who knows. This guy, no idea who he is, asked a bunch of questions, so I'm just gonna speed through them. What is your long-term goal? To make creative content for a long time. And are they going to stay? I hope so. Is that a threat? It kind of sounds like a threat. Will you keep this channel for a while and then give it up? No, absolutely not. Unless it literally becomes too much of a problem to the point that I either can't afford it or need to spend my time elsewhere, like literally need to spend my time elsewhere, no, I'm not giving the channel up anytime soon. Will you keep doing this until your grave calls? That's a weird way to word it, but short answer, yes. Long answer, refer back to my last answer. Are you going to fully commit to being a game dev? Hopefully, unless it completely flops and I literally can't pull it off, then yes, I'm absolutely going to continue to try and be a game dev. And if you do, what will be your style of game? I'm kind of looking for a sort of kind of cartoony, very strategic type of game. Something like Team Fortress 2, Darkest Dungeon, Slay the Spire, stuff along those lines. And when I'm talking about strategy, I'm talking about actual strategy, not Rainbow Six Siege strategy, which is just frickin' standing in a corner for 45 minutes with an LMG until someone peeks it and you just kill them instantly. Are you going to exclusively create off of Fortnite Creative, or are you going into official game engines? Okay. Let me make something very clear. Please, anyone, do not refer to game engines or any sort of design product as official or unofficial. Regardless of how I feel about my placement in the creative space, I don't think it's great for any aspiring creators to be told that whatever they're using is unofficial. Any barriers, real or imagined, should be created exclusively by the people making the creation and not by people online. What they made it with shouldn't matter. There is a guy who has gained obscene amounts of popularity using Flipnote Studio on the DS, okay? There is no official creation software. So, please, preferably, do not use that terminology. It just makes people in the creative space feel worse. I know no one means anything bad when they say things like that. I'm just saying it's bad practice. That being said, yes, I will move on to anything that is not Fortnite Creative the moment I can do so. I hate this software. It is garbage and I do not like it. It does still count as official, but I do hate it. Where do you see yourself in the future with this channel and the games and maps that you will possibly create in Fortnite Creative or other games? Frickin', I don't know, dude. Where I saw myself 4 years ago isn't where I am now, so genuinely I have no idea where I'll be, heck, in the next month. Will it be a consistent theme? Probably not. I'll probably just make what I think is good and what I think I can make. Or will you try different kinds of things? I will probably try a lot of different kinds of things. Anything I think is fun or interesting to make or play is probably what I'll make. Who is your favorite character in Darkest Dungeon, and why is it Plague? Okay, so My favorite character actually isn't Plague Doctor, it's Flagellant. The only reason I even made a video on Plague Doctor is because I found a really funny mod for her and just thought it would be funny to ramble about it for 4 minutes. Honestly, I have no idea why that video popped off. It isn't even that good. It doesn't even have any background music. It's so bad. Can you give us a breakdown of the different development stages of Rush? Yeah, so, funny story about that. The reason that Rush took so long to come out is because I was trying to make a video about how Rush was made and release it along with the game so that people would have some context, people would understand some of the mechanics of the game, how those mechanics came to be, and I thought that video would be really interesting. The problem is, I have no idea how to turn the story of Rush into a video. I'm just not good enough as an editor, writer, or anything just yet to tell that story in a way that's interesting and just good to any respect. So yeah, you'll probably get a video about Rush's development eventually, but you ain't gonna get it just yet.
Many fall in the face of chaos.
If Rush Royale flops, will you quit making games and pursue another career, like content creation?
But not this one. Not today.
Or will you continue to make games? I'll be honest with you. If Rush Royale flops, I'll be about as surprised as if you told me that yet another Minecraft YouTuber was caught grooming a kid. It's pretty much inevitable that Rush is going to flop. It would take a freak accident for it to gain any notable traction. So I'm definitely not gonna drop my career of game development just because some crappy Fortnite game didn't take off. Are you looking to add anyone else on your team, like an editor or whatnot? Not really, to be honest with you. I can do a lot of the editing myself, and to be honest, I prefer to do a lot of the editing myself. Nothing to do with anyone else, it's just how I prefer to do things. So, I mean, aside from maybe a thumbnail artist at some point, I really don't need anyone else on the team. Where do you live? Okay, so I'm actually not gonna answer that question, but if you just so happen to hypothetically go into your crawl space and you find a below zero sleeping bag, a reflective blanket, multiple cans of Dr. Pepper, and a bunch of cans, probably half-eaten, of Campbell's Chunky Pub-Style Chicken Pot Pie, it wasn't me. This guy also asked a question. I won't be answering it, though. You know who you are.